Welcome back, everyone, to Type QQ and to Bullet Soul Infinite Burst. This is the second video of the night that I promised of Caravan mode greatness, or at least not necessarily greatness, but goodness. And this one came a few hours after our fuzzy debacle, I suppose. I guess is best to be best to be described as. Although it wasn't a complete loss, we beat our high score twice. So, with just a couple more days left in the event schedule for the Caravan High Score Challenge, we're at least putting some effort, at least like baby steps of improving our scores every time we open the game. So you can't really ask anything better than that. So even if we don't come away with anything, which is highly likely, even if even last video I said how much of how much doubles luck I seem to have sometimes. I'm still preparing for, Oblivion, I'm not planning on accomplishing anything. And there we are, there's the down meta as we were, I was thinking about, even that I explained in the last video. Perfect, worked perfect. About as perfect as I can pull it off at least. But as I was saying before, with our scores, I don't think we're going to, I'm not planning to run away with this, but I'm very happy that we're, every time we load up this game, we're improving. That's, I think when it comes to, any reasonable person, especially a gamer or a shoot-up lover or anyone doing anything that they enjoy doing, is that if you can see the results, just like you could see like a high score or anything like that and go, wow, at least I'm getting better, it's a very satisfying feeling. And we're going to see a lot of it this video. I didn't want to spoil it too much, but we nearly beat our high score like every damn time. It's pretty awesome. This is a pretty good video. It was very much fun. Of course, we're not going to do that every run, but this is a pretty damn good run where we make some really good pushes, I don't know why I keep saying pushes like we're talking about like labor or big shit, it's weird, but I don't know. I guess that's what it is, I dedicate so much brain power to playing good at, playing well at Bullet Soul Infinite Burst. My vocabulary starts to shake a little bit, I guess. I only have so much, mental energy. Something has to suffer if I'm learning something new. So run 2, the first one wasn't like particularly magnificent, but like I was saying before, hey, we could get that weird oddity run where, it's like 8 numbers of the same digit in a row and score yourself a much undeserved prize, You can never tell, Which is why I think just getting in there and doing work and enjoying yourself is probably the best policy, I think a lot of people, like maybe adults for that matter, are always like, kids these days, no, they don't want to win. They're just happy with their participation prize. And it's like, I don't know. It's always sort of like, there's always something new with this sort of generation, behind you that's like, you have to be some sort of like grumpy grandpa screaming at clouds, And it's always like, oh, kids these days are so pampered and there's no competition and, everyone gets a prize now. No one's a loser. And I'm like, you know what? Like, although I don't necessarily have a comment on that, and I don't know why I was kind of particularly triggered by what I was saying by here, but like, when it comes to like shmup events and competitions, contests and the like, I am like just really satisfied with just participating, the fact that I loaded up the game, I've spent a few days with it, and I'm improving, I think that's a success, certainly those who are putting a lot more effort into it and putting a lot more time into it, I hope their, efforts come to some sort of fruition and, they pull out, first place or like top 3 scores, win some nice prizes. But like, to be in 2017 and experience, any form of like a caravan experience that like Japan did in the 80s, I think is really fun, you know? And I think I'm kind of lucky to kind of experience it, even if it's online, you know, and that, you know, the usernames, the usernames that I see, I don't actually know. They're just familiar, you know. So it's kind of like when I see the same people come to the same sort of contests and events, you know, it's kind of like cool. It's like, you know, it's the same players coming to the same thing, and you know, it's a community, you know. It's you know, it's kind of, you know, I don't know. It's great. It's great. Win or loss, it's great, you know. And that's just not medication speaking, you know. I think you know, I think, you know, despite maybe book cover impressions, you know, I don't get that salty, really, you know. You know, I understand that, you know, sometimes it's like shmup stuff. It's a long haul, you know. You pick up a new game and you're like, guess what? You're in the back of the line, you know. When you load this game up for the first time, you are the worst player who has ever played this. You have to spend some time with this game. You know, you have to get some work in, you know. There we go. There we go. You know, and just case in point that, you know, I wasn't able to figure that out until we played it for, you know, a few hours, and like, okay, we need to maybe go down instead of up. You know, maybe it comes quicker to other people, but you know, I mean, that's just kind of what it is. You know, that sort of get down in the sort of trenches, you know. But yes, we'll see. This run was particularly good. You know, some hours after the last one that was recorded, and we'll see some really decent scores. And I semi spoiled the one of the scores in the last video as well. Two. I think 222 will be our longest, like, odd number streak. Oh, that's not true. We have a 333 in second place there. But I don't think 3 digits is going to be anywhere close. I think we're looking at something odder than that. But during this video, certainly starting to remember patterns and starting to remember you know, where to be and how to and what fire to shoot, that sort of thing. At some points, I feel like I should be more aggressive and run to the top of the screen. You know, a lot of times it's kind of just like piecing everything together. That's really the toughest part. You know, it's not just remembering where the enemies are and what the patterns are and where to be, but also kind of how to react to it as I get shot in the head. You know, a lot of spinning plates, you know, a lot of things to consider at once and at the fly, you know. Did I say this video was good? Jesus Christ. We have some real big flubs here in the beginning. But nearly at the halfway mark, I imagine that they have to be at the end of the flubness. But yeah, quickly with some channel news that I may not have covered before. It looks like Gray's Counter is an amazing game, or a really fun game to say the least. I think it's averaging like 4 out of 5s, you know, so it might be 8 out of 10s, that sort of thing. And that's good enough for a look-see. I haven't purchased it quite yet, but you know, I think certainly we'll be looking at that very soon. You know, I do apologize, we kind of missed the boat on it. You know, for when it comes to launch day and all the excitement of that. But you know what? You know, YouTube is a big ocean, of stuff, and I'm sure a lot of people have made a lot of great videos for it. So, you know, hopefully somebody picked up the slack there. You know. Real shame. Almost was able to kill those guys without dying. And as you can see, you know, that attack is no longer catching me off guard. I do need to do a better job of charging these white guys. They are not as tanky as I'm making them look. You know, they do have a lot of those like floor panels and a lot of little guys behind them, but you know that pattern is kind of can be tricky, and it does kind of like dictate your movement. And hey, there we go. We beat our high score there again, or maybe for the first time this video. I'm not sure. But yeah, I feel when it comes to those sort of the white bone bird-like characters, to just charge them with your focus beam, take them out real quick, and then kind of clean up the mess. I think laying back or kind of playing its game and going within its pattern and with the spread takes too much time. Yeah, you can see as those guys kind of bounce from one side to the next and leave the screen. Oh, that's so evil. I was hoping that wasn't going. You know, from the original series, I was saying, "Ah, man, I really hope that doesn't become a thing," and surely it has. Yeah. Now that that's figured out, you know, I expect probably minimal mistakes with that now. And I think that's really all it is now, is that like now that we're kind of comfortable with taking down some of the big nasties, and now it's kind of at a point where it's like now we have to ramp up the risk for the reward. You know, how efficiently can we do it? How fast we can do it? You know, how close to the top of the screen can we do it for the most points? But you know what? You know, as I say that, you know, that's kind of silly. We just get creamed by that purple bastard just as soon as we were saying, like, yeah, you know, notice we have never done this yet. Silly stuff. But all the same, ending the run with 21 there, that's rather high for 25-9. First place? How fucking weird is that? We died like 3 times. Bizarre. But you can kind of see where there's so much improvement as well. If we died 3 times and then, I don't know. You know, I'm not going to say, you know, like, wow, great score, you know. But, I mean, it is, you know, last time we checked, like, in 17th place. So, you know, not top 10, but, you know, not super scrub either. You know, there's a tricky thing to consider about some of those breakable floors. Actually, it just proved my point right there. If you want to rewind like maybe 5 or 10 seconds after I say this, is a lot of times those breakable planks have one of those green cubes that are like a bonus point cube if you can break it. The problem is if you don't really bust up that side first, or rather bust up that cube first and break the sort of hinges, it will drop down that cube and you won't be able to score the points out of it. You'll get a destruction bonus, but you won't get the mystery bonus out of it, which I believe probably is more. And not just more, you know, you can combo the two. Get the mystery bonus first and then the destruction bonus second. Coming real close to just kind of beating those guys as well without too much fuss. I mean, one of my biggest problems I feel as a sort of shmup gamer, you know, for example, if I'm in Caravan mode, if I'm finishing this run, I have like one thing on my mind for the next run. So I'm like, okay, I fucked that up. Next run, I won't fuck that up. But there'll be something else I'll forget, you know? It's a sort of like leaky submarine. I plug one thing up and something else leaks, you know? Beat our score again, we're at 28-3. Is that how you can say that? No, that's 283 million. So pretty dang good. Pretty dang good. It's getting up, you know, it's getting higher and higher. It's getting upper and upper, my brain first wanted to say. My God. It's at this point, I feel like I should not be recording these things like 4 o'clock in the morning. But I believe this actually might be our final run of the video. But we'll certainly see. It's getting pretty close to the end of the video. So I would suspect it is. And here I also like to keep the spread fire, but the focus of that sort of main beam on those big enemies while it kind of shot down the rest of them. So the gold helmet guy taken down once more. And a sort of evil little like onslaught at the end of it as well. Kind of some chunky enemies right at the end of it, which just kind of catch you off guard if you're not already like a little frantic from that. You know, that little challenge back there. These two jerks. Taken down without a life loss. And what I really did was kind of stayed on focus fire and tried to deal as much damage as I could. But when they were deploying the sort of curvy blue, I just went to spread shot and just dodged, and then, you know, try to just go back and forth as much as I could. Missed that hinge back there. I probably could have got a destruction bonus. But all the same, that's our first no miss. So we're going to get a no miss bonus on top of all these other bonuses. And it's going to be, yeah, achievement for not getting hit. Yeah, pretty good. That's going to be our best score so far, and by a good margin as well. It breaks into the 300 million. So certainly, that's certainly a good feeling. You know, a good accomplishment to finally not just like you know, put some challenges to rest, kind of be like, okay, we beat some things, but also to just get a you know, a no miss on it as well. I mean, we are 11th place. With some room to breathe as well. Looks like there's a big cliff off of 12th to 11th. Just missing out on the front page there. But 477 is the top score. So we'll see. We'll see what the jump is from you know, no miss to 477 million. We'll have to see. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, do all that stuff. and we'll come back and we'll do some more of this.